trying to work out with a different kind of everyday household object, a chair or a stool. So I recommend looking up bar exercises to do with chairs or stools. They're all over the internet, very good to do. I'm going to show you some other things where we're using a chair or stool as a platform to help with some strength training. First, something like a Bulgarian split squat. And this, you don't even have to hold anything heavy before you can feel it become difficult. So, one leg behind you on the chair or stool, other leg in front of you, and you're coming down and up, fighting to keep posture tall, coming down very low. If you want to make it more difficult, you can keep it down here and just really emphasize that lower part of the movement. The other thing you can do is a step up. Nice tall posture. You might want to play with a different height. This one's a little bit high for what I'm doing, but it serves as my prop here. Play with what you've got at home. So a step up, think like this. Stepping up, all the weight in that supporting leg. You may not even put your weight down when you come up. And then down, setting yourself down so gently that if there were a glass of water on this stool, it wouldn't slosh. The idea being there that you're keeping all the strength in that supporting leg, and you're not just using momentum from gravity to fall down. The other one that looks a lot easier than it is, it's a one-legged stool squat. So sit down on your stool or chair, support yourself on one leg, stand up. Once again, if there were a glass of water on that stool, it wouldn't jiggle or slosh when you set yourself down. And repeat. The lower the stool, the more difficult. You can even increase the difficulty by taking the stool out of it and making it into an all-out pistol squat. That's another idea. All right, one more thing for lower body. Lie down on the floor, feet on the stool. You can raise and lower your body. It gets more difficult the farther away from the stool you are. Arms up, more difficult. Of course, most difficult is when you take one leg out of the equation. It starts to burn in a big hurry, even though I'm not using anything but body weight in the stool. All right, upper body. Some things that you can use your stool for to get an upper body workout. Get your feet on the stool and come into a pike push-up. That's going to work your shoulders primarily. So hands on the ground, butt up in the air, down. The closer to the stool your hands are, the more difficult. Lower all the way till your head almost touches. The other thing you can do for your triceps, of course, tricep dip. Elbows straight behind you. To make it more difficult, one leg out. Even more difficult, scoot your legs farther away from you. To reduce the challenge, legs closer in. Okay, so for some core work, what you can do, sit on the stool. You can support yourself with your hands, legs out and in. If you take your hands out of the equation, it becomes more difficult. You can also mitigate the challenge, one leg down, out and in. Another thing you can do, side crunch. This is just here to get it in a good position to remind yourself that you are pulling in. It's not pressing in any way, but you're really working that core to bring your body back up. Emphasizing with isometric work, bringing your body back into an upright position. In fact, even a little bit more than an upright position to really tense these muscles here. Some other things I have seen, they might feel a little wonky, might be better with other things you have at home, but some people have done this. They've taken their stool or chair and they've gone ahead and come into a nice supported stance where their core is strong, not rounded, not hyper-arched, but nice supported stance, and come in to a row. If you do this, and your chair is heavy, you might feel it. If your chair is not heavy, it might be just a prop to help you really work your back isometrically and feel what should be working. The other thing I've seen people do, it's a little clunky though if you ask me, but if it's all you have, it's all you have. People have used this for a bicep curl. And truth be told, because of the funny shape of this, I really do feel this when I'm coming down. Typically when I've got dumbbells or barbells, they're nice and compact. This is kind of unwieldy, so it's putting a little more pressure on my biceps that I might not otherwise be making. So I recommend, if you're going to follow just that, I recommend pairing with some core exercises that you can do with no equipment. You guys know a lot of those. I'm sure they're all over the internet, things you have done before too. Pair it with some push-ups, but use those things that I showed you, perhaps 3 sets of about 45 seconds to a minute each. That will get a nice burn. It doesn't seem like much, but truly if you do each thing for 1 minute, 3 times through, you're gonna feel it. Thanks, have a great day.